So if you're looking for a tool for editing PDFs, I think the one that I prefer the best is probably going to be Classkick, and I'll kind of walk you through how to do that. The reason I like Classkick is I think you can do what you're looking for with its free tier, and I'll kind of explain what the advantages of a pro tier versus a free tier in case maybe you'd want the school district to cover that. Um, but I think really the biggest advantage is it's pretty easy for kids to use, and as a teacher, you can see what all the kids are doing, like a whole class view. So rather than having to peek over everyone's shoulder and see if they're on the right document, if they're editing everything on your device, on your computer, you get basically a really small little thumbnail of everyone's document, and then you can click in to make it bigger and kind of zoom in. So especially in this time of social distancing, it makes it really easy to make sure that you can check on students' work and help them as needed. So I'm just going to log in here as a teacher. When you have students log in, you'll actually be sharing them a link, and then that's how they'll log in. So they won't ever probably see this page. They'll basically, when they click that link, will go right to here. I would just do continue with Google, and then select your Google account. And then when you first log in, yours is going to be looks different than mine because I pay for it and I used it last year, so I have a lot of assignments already made. So your assignment page is going to be blank. I think just for this remainder of the video, I'm going to go over how to make a class, what they would call a roster, and then I'll make another couple on how to make assignments and assign those to kids. So let's go to the rosters here on the left-hand side. And you can see I already have some rosters made, and this is a pro feature. So one of the thing that I think makes the pro feature kind of worth it is that you have the ability to sync with Google Classroom, and really that's to sync your classes. So if you see I have that little spinning icon on the right, that's because I've connected this to the Google Classroom. So as I add students on Google Classroom, I just click this button and it'll update my roster, my classes on Classkick. You have to pay for that though. I think they cost for Classkick Pro, it is $7.99 a month. So if the district would be interested in that, if you plan on using this a lot, that'd be something to bring up. Otherwise, I'm going to show you how to do it with just the free tier. So if you want to create a new class, you just hit this plus button in the top right. And then you probably won't see the import from Google. So you would just click new roster. You give it a title, so whatever your class is. And then you're just basically going to add student names. And then when it asks you for which type of student, you're going to want the basic. So this portfolio one is another paid feature. And it really is just allowing students to kind of view and collect their work over time rather than the specific assignment that they're on. That's kind of what the basics. So they really only can look at like one assignment, what they would call the current assignment at a time, which because you're going to be sharing the link to their current assignment, it won't matter. It'll be fine because you'll be able to see the history of all their work, if that makes sense. So you just click on basic, and then you're just going to basically add the student names with a comma. So you might be able to get this as a list if you can maybe export it from PowerSchool, and then that'd be easier than having to type everything. But you're just going to put in their names, and then when the students log in, they'll just be able to pick their name from that list. So it's not perfect in that, they could pick, let's say, another students if they had wanted to. With this case, that's why, again, I like the Google Classroom because that allows them to log in with Google and then, then their name's picked for them. But with the free account, like I said, it's still doable. So I'm just going to add some names. I'm trying to think of some of my kids that I'm going to have this year. Emma, Dennis, Julia. We'll start with them. And then that's basically how you're going to add students to your class. I'm going to explain some of the other features later on, like what the assignment view looks like, and that kind of connects with the roster. So I'm going to stop this video here, and then we're going to go into how to make assignments next.